Here we are at Cisco Live 2025 here in San Diego, and we're in the world of solutions with Hamina Wireless, and we have Jussi with us. Hey Jussi, good to see you again.
Hey, good to see you, Dan. It's very good to see you. Good to see you, Ian, who doesn't exist behind the camera as well. Great to be here. And I mean, there's so many hype words in the Wi-Fi industry right now that are actually relevant and not just hype, like Wi-Fi 7. AI as well as ultra-wideband. What do you think, Jerry? Can we cram all of that into a single thing?
Knowing you, I'm sure we can make that work, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we're also joined by Jerry. Hey, nice to see you again, Jerry.
Good to see you, Dan. I feel like I see you everywhere other than where we both live in Wisconsin, but it's always great to see you.
Exactly. At least I figured I'd run into you at the airport once in a while.
That's right.
I don't.
Always good to see you.
Yeah. So today we wanted to talk about just some highlights here, I guess, of what's new. It's been a little while since we've talked, so I guess if we could talk a little bit about what's new and exciting at Hamina Wireless.
Yeah, absolutely. And like real quickly, I guess it's three things that are relevant to the recent Cisco AP launches, Cisco Wireless kind of strategy, and that would be AI, which Cisco uses for kind of network management, automated troubleshooting. Sure. We use that for constructing like three-dimensional buildings, things like that, just absolutely automating and streamlining the entire Wi-Fi design process. Like previously, you had to draw the walls or things like that, or you were required to have a CAD drawing or something. Yeah. None of that. You just drag in a low quality JPEG or even a picture of the fire escape plan, and the tool automatically constructs the building for you and then automatically designs the network for you, including switching, cabling, the latest Wi-Fi 7 APs and ultra-wideband capabilities as well.
Yeah, you'd be surprised how many times a lot of customers don't have those maps. I mean, it's shocking to me how, but then there's, like you said, there's the fire escape path on the wall or whatever, and it's just like, okay, they send you that. It's just kind of funny. But
the other piece of the AI that I like is that me coming more from the support side of things is the AI assists with a lot of the common mistakes, right? Just like simple things like scaling a map properly, AI can assist with things like that, of being able to say, hey, I understand what this is representing here, and it can set that scale automatically for the users, which saves on the support ticket side quite a bit of just simple mistakes like that.
Yeah, absolutely. If you don't have the right scale, the whole thing is garbage.
Throws off the whole design. Yep.
Exactly right. So let's put it to the test. Went to images.google.com, and there's these low quality JPEG images of different floor plans. I just Googled Cisco San Francisco floor plan. So that should be the Meraki office. This kind of looks like it, at least in terms of layout. So can we design, how quickly can we design this using just the low quality JPEG that from Google Images? So we'll just drag it in, and most of the time probably goes. Actually, the Cisco Live network is so quick that even the image is uploaded. So here's the low quality JPEG, and see what Hamina does automatically. It constructs the entire three-dimensional building model automatically for you. And it also scaled it automatically, and it found the building constraints automatically. Wow. This in 2 seconds from a friggin' JPEG,
from I read on the internet there, from a quick search. That's amazing. That looks great.
And it does switching and cabling as well. So we could just say, this is our switching closet, place the switch there, and then say, design a 9178, we'll use the latest and greatest Wi-Fi 7 with ultra-wideband capabilities, but we'll only design it for Wi-Fi to start with. So you can see kind of the heat map filling with color. The tool is figuring out the best placements to maximize the Wi-Fi coverage for primary, secondary, all of these kind of things. And it also pulled the cables together and things like that. It shows where the cables are a little bit off, or automatically warns you and stuff like that. So that's the design done. But
I see. So the red dashed lines are, mistakes. It's outside the wall because we haven't defined the borders. Okay.
Exactly. In this case, it's overly long cables, and we can fix that too.
But I mean, that's just a couple of them. It's not. Yeah, most of them are right.
And what we do next is we actually tell it to route the cables appropriately. So there's this automatic, magical, like magnetic cable tray system. I'll just indicate where the cable trays are in the building, like this. Let's say the cable tray kind of surrounds the building. There we go. So now you can see all of the APs actually route beautifully into the cable tray. Let me just take out the heat map. So you can see the cable trays now actually suck in the cables, but some of the cables are still too long, right? Because the 100 meter, 300 feet limitation goes up. So maybe we actually need another switch. So we'll place another switch here.
I'm impressed you said feet there. Nice,
Oh
nice work. Not metric.
I've been training. I've been training my
Nice job.
feet.
We've corrupted you.
Feet and That's just what happens, right? This is what happens. So now you have the cabling plan, you have the switching plan, everything's in place.
Think about how much time this used to take. I mean, if you just like...
Right. Exactly right. And then you can just take, I know Dan likes to rock the latest and greatest iPhone, so you have a Wi-Fi 7 capable, 6 gigahertz capable phone, and we can see how your, not just heat maps, but how your experience would be as you roam around the site with your brand new iPhone. So it shows you roaming, client experience, things like that. But then the thing is, for ultra-wideband, to be really precise, we want to predict like how precise will your ultra-wideband tracking system be. Because the 9178s, they include a ultra-wideband radio, right?
Yes.
So now we looked at Wi-Fi 7, we looked at AI, and time for ultra-wideband next. So instead of this roaming man or normal coverage heat maps, let's look at ultra-wideband, and then look at location accuracy. And the thing is, ultra-wideband radios require at least 3, almost a line of sight to 3 radios or more, or at least you need to hear 3 ultra-wideband radios really well. Sure. So we can see that it cuts off because it doesn't hear 3 radios. Okay. So we can augment that by placing more of these 9178s and in a nice like triangular pattern and stuff like that. And all of a sudden, look at this, in this area, we can get less than 10 centimeters of accuracy, certainly less than a meter everywhere, right?
This was one of the things that really surprised me playing around with UWB and the accuracy is the AP positioning, the AP placement, like the location of AP, like AP to AP is so critical to making sure that you have that location accuracy. Like you see, if you put a couple of those APs just in a line, for example, like what happens to that location accuracy, and just by slightly offsetting those APs, how much better you can get your location accuracy was really interesting to me.
Absolutely, absolutely. Let's take out a couple of APs and then just put a few in a straight line, and we can see how much it hurts. If we have three APs in a straight line, the accuracy is terrible, and we can actually visualize it to our customers using an ultra-wideband tag, and we'll say, what if you were tracking a person using ultra-wideband here, and you can see that it deviates like this is kind of like the estimated location and how it deviates from the real location. So you can see the inaccuracy of the ultra-wideband system if you place the access points in a straight line. But if we now move them into a triangular pattern, for example, the
more of a location deployment where we're putting it at the edges.
Exactly. Add one more here, and all of a sudden, even if we look at the difference between between the ultra-wideband predicted and actual, look at that, it's not deviating at all, because it's like 8 centimeters of accuracy in this location.
Okay, so just so I'm following the guy here, when I was seeing that kind of him moving around, that was just kind of the inaccuracy of potential because we had a linear deployment of the APs versus more of a location deployment that and then you don't see any like ghosting or the shadowing of the
Yep. In the red areas where the heat map is red, the location accuracy in this case is low, and we can see it kind of the predicted location deviating from the real location.
Okay.
That's the idea.
Wow.
When we go and sell location tracking systems, it's hard to explain to the customer like what does inaccuracy mean. But this is an easy way to show them that it actually deviates away from the room. Let's say you require room level granularity for process optimization or shelf level accuracy in a warehouse. This shows the deviation that see it jumping from one room to the next, for example. It's a way to visualize the location accuracy of ultra-wideband.
Okay. Yeah, that's great.
And this is a good example too, where like it also shows you where you're going to lose that accuracy completely, where you can't track that user, right? When they walk into a room or walk out of a room, you'll see how far can you actually track them before you lose it.
Nice.
Exactly right.
Nice. And for those of you that aren't familiar with Hamina, this is not any software that you needed to install or whatever. Just to get moving here, you were just going to a cloud-based application.
Yep.
You pulled down that. There was just nothing from a startup perspective. You just got that image, that floor plan quick, and we were off and running.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's free for anyone to try. You just go to hamina.com, you hit sign up, and you can actually design your home. I don't know if you knew this, but 3 access points, unlimited number of walls is free. So you drag in the floor plan of your home, it will automatically construct a 3-dimensional model of it, and then allows you to design the network if you have 3 APs or less. If you have more than 3 access points, then you need to start showing us the money.
Dan,
Yes.
Dan, how many APs do you need to cover your house?
Well, need or
Put you on the spot.
Not only does he have a lot
I
of
work
APs,
for
but he
Cisco,
can
so
certainly
yeah.
afford
Yeah.
it because he works
Yeah.
for Cisco.
Well,
so
I don't know,
we're
yeah.
waiting for the credit card statement.
But
we do get a good deal, so on the
yeah,
APs,
and
yes.
if let's say you need 4 APs, you can get started with very minimal commitment of a 6-month subscription to try it out if you need a project.
Like $500 or something like that. And the thing is, it's pretty like MSP friendly. Even if you have those smaller MSPs pushing a Meraki deal every now and then, things like that, that $500-600 price tag has kind of shattered what was previously like $12,000, $20,000. It's $600. So anyone who has a design need for a medium-sized office, and from there on up, anyone can purchase that.
Well, yeah, as the kids are back at home from school now, though, I know that I've got to have the APs up and going, and make sure that I plan my downtime here appropriately. I made that mistake once doing an upgrade here during the middle of a day, and everybody came after me. So you got to do their maintenance windows even at home, I guess. Is the lesson, but yeah. So thank you. This has been really cool. Anything else? I guess we want to cover on this, or I guess in general?
Well, as you mentioned about the home stuff, it does also meshing, which is quite interesting. So you can not just plan your client-facing coverage from the APs, but also your mesh performance, like how the signals go through the walls if you place the APs away from one another and you mesh them, and it kind of helps you find the ideal placement of those mesh nodes as well.
Yeah, it depends where my wife will let me put the APs in the house.
Exactly
yeah,
right. That's exactly right.
Where the wiring is, and then there's where the wife will, lets you put them too.
Yep. I'm with you there.
Well, that's interesting. In all seriousness, thank you. This has been really cool. Yeah, it's great to see. This is a great demonstration. So thanks for the time, Jussi.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
All right.
Thank you.
that.
Yep. Thank you.